Derek, just maybe take us through the better part of the last month, kind of beginning with the waivers and then going down to Bakersfield, where your mindset was at, and now being back up here.
Yeah, obviously a tough time. Never what you want to happen, especially at this point in my career, but obviously a sacrifice that I was willing to make for this team, for the cap space and the roster to be able to put together as it is now. And yeah, it was good for me. It was good for my hockey as well, my game. I was able to go down there and, play in every situation, try and have a profound impact on those young guys that are grinding and trying to work their way to the NHL. Obviously, I've been in the NHL for a long time, and I don't know. I don't want to brag, but I have some detail in my game, some aspects to my game that some guys can try and emulate and learn from, and try and teach them. Obviously, it was hard. It was hard being away from the family, living in a hotel for 3 weeks, being on the road, just kind of grinding. It was a struggle mentally, but the hockey was good.
About yourself in the last month?
Yeah, I've learned that my perspective has changed a lot, for the better, for the worse. I'm not sure, but obviously I've done that grind before. Anybody that knows who I am knows my story, where I've played, where I've come from. Golden Bears, the minor leagues of Europe. Playing in Charlotte for a year, we were in the Western Conference in the Central Division there, so flying commercial all the time, and I've done that grind. My perspective's a little bit different now, so it was harder, and maybe I'm just older, I guess, so it's harder on the body. But I learned to not take being here for granted, for sure. I don't think I ever did that, so that was just kind of just reinstilled in me, I guess. And I don't know if I did a whole lot of soul searching, just trying to kind of stay focused on the day-to-day, one day at a time, and what am I doing today to get better. And I knew I'd be back here eventually, and what can I do to be an impact player when I come back here and in the locker room as well.
How much did you embrace the leadership role down there? Because there's a lot of young guys down there as well, and obviously you don't necessarily want to be there to begin, but then you take the onus and the responsibility of being down there. How much did you kind of put on your own shoulders to lead by example?
Yeah, obviously I didn't want to be there, but you can't have that attitude. I've seen a lot of guys from my time in Charlotte and now in Bakersfield. You see guys that are just sour to be there, and you can't be like that. It's a cancer. Nobody wants to be around you. It's unfortunate. It's kind of a selfish league in the right that everyone's trying to fight and compete with each other to be in the NHL at some point. But for me as a leader, obviously I'm pretty vocal in this dressing room. I've gotten to know these guys, a lot of this core here for 4 years now, and they're like my second family. But I didn't really know a ton of guys down there very well, so it's not like I was coming into the dressing room and yelling and screaming or really even talking a ton. The thing about myself is that I do a lot of my leading by example, just how I carry myself in the dressing room, how I take care of my body, who I am as a person, and then obviously how I play. There's a lot of detail to my game. It's not just goals and assists and whatever it is. It's playing in every situation. It's defending. It's face-offs. It's penalty kill. There's so many layers to my game that I think that's probably the biggest leadership thing that I was able to leave with that group down there, and show them. You see this guy that comes in. He's played 600 games in the NHL, and what can I take from his game and learn from to put in my game so I can play in the NHL as well. I think that's what I tried to do.
Stay in the hotel all this time? Or
I did, yeah.
Somebody say, come stay with me, one of the veterans maybe?
They didn't. There wasn't a ton of before the trade deadline. Yeah. Well, he's got a family too. I don't want to jump in and live with him and his kids. And obviously, there were some opportunities there with some younger guys, but it's hard. It's hard to do. So yeah, I was in the hotel the whole time, which is hard in one thing, but just being away from the family and away from this group was the hardest thing.
Now that you're back here with the group, you're a popular player in this room. Just how does it feel to finally be here in the thick of it in the playoff race once again?
Yeah, it feels awesome. Again, my perspective has been tweaked just a little bit to appreciate it even more. And I love and appreciate these guys in here. The day that I got waived to the day that I came back yesterday and was shaking everybody's hands and hugging, and I felt nothing but love from these guys. From the top at 97, he's the biggest cog in that wheel, and then everybody else too, Nuge, Dry, everybody just how happy they were to see me. The things they said to me in terms of what they were missing when I was gone. I don't know. I'm a confident person. I've been in the NHL a long time, but it's nice to hear that, especially from players like that I've been with and I care and love, and so it felt pretty good.
What has the dialogue been with the coaching staff here about your role heading down here into the playoffs?
Yeah, not a ton. I think that I'm old enough and mature enough to know that where I fit in, and if they need me to jump in there, I know what I need to do. And like you said, I'm an important piece of this locker room and trying to keep the ship steered in the right direction. And I think at this point in the year, nobody's really fighting for roles anymore. They're pretty clearly defined.